ube mnandi, zonke izinto zibe manzi. Homie, don't worry, hold up. No mgozi goes up in off. Dishing out the truth, so start tuning in. Can't tolagale. Come get skata ulewani. Social issues, dish so easily. Giving you the latest news so instantly. Gender we tighter. Keep the channel locked on Mzansi Insider.
Vumani bo, hey, Vumani bo, Vumani bo, Vumani bo. Angazi ngayibona mina into enhle. Angazi ngambona mina umuntu omhle kanje. Inhliziyo yami mayihlo mihlasele, umoya wami uyavuma. Angazi ngayibona mina into enhle. Angazi ngambona mina umuntu omhle kanje. Inhliziyo yami mayihlo mihlasele, umlomo wami mawuzikhulumele. Vumani bo, ngithi vumani bo, vumani bo, hey, hey, vumani bo, ngithi vumani bo, umuntu omhle kanje. Vumani bo, ngithi vumani bo, hey, vumani bo, vumani bo, hey, umuntu omhle kanje. Vumani bo, hey, hey, vumani bo, hey, vumani bo, ngithi vumani bo, umuntu omhle kanje. Vumani bo, hey, vumani bo, vumani bo, umuntu omhle kanje. Inhliziyo yami ishaya indlamu, umphefumulo wami uyagiya, umoya wami uyavuma. Ngijabule ngiyafa, asondela ntombazane. Angazi ngayibona mina into enhle. Angazi ngambona umuntu omhle kanje. Umlomo wami mawuzikhulumele. Hey, hey, Vumani bo.
Woo! Oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah?
Good. Vumani wasivumile.
Mr. Techno. Hi, we're
No,
in it. How you doing, brother? Welcome to the show. Very nice, very nice. Sundelani, Bafetu, you ain't gonna stand on the pad.
Situation here. Hello.
Nisha.
Wow, thank you for opening up the show. What a beautiful way to start it out for us. Maza, let's get straight to the situation.
Yeah.
Monster, what's going on there?
So basically this is 2 CDJs and a mixer, or 2 vinyls and a
Can we see
mixer
it, like,
in one.
hold it?
Yeah.
The size of
You can
a
also-
remote control.
You can also create beats on it, you can record a mix. So it's like literally a compact studio.
So you're moving with a compact studio?
Yeah.
Higher levels.
So everywhere.
So now, can you play with this in the club?
Yeah.
Is that what you're
play
doing?
with this in the club?
Yeah, sometimes.
When you're
Depends.
traveling
Some feet that are-
internationally.
and your sound is Dodge.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, it's
I got my
it's cool.
own.
It's cool.
Power
Just give me a
chord,
power
real
chord
fast.
and let's do this.
Nice.
Wow, that is
you and
absolutely
Spoo,
dope.
Yeah.
back at it again?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Tell us about the track, Spoo.
In terms of the writing of the track, I think it's inspired by women trying to express a woman's beauty in a different light.
Exhibit A.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, man, it's about the things that a man goes through. Because women don't understand. It's not easy to just go to a woman and say, "Hey, Unjani, kamalam ngusbu." You know, it really takes a lot of guts, and something has to go through your mind and your heart and your spirit that agrees that
Sure.
Because rejection is real.
Ngifuni.
Yabona and waqhubeka kanjani. Oh yabona. So yeah, that's the
That's
thing.
difficult out
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Maza, you back?
Yeah.
You know, new body of work. What can people expect from this?
A hot album, 12. It's got 12 tracks. And it's just a celebration of the number of years that I've been in the industry.
Nice.
Beautiful songs from dance to deep house to lounge
But
to
you're that guy, though.
Afrobeat. We've tried to include everything in it so that we can cater for everybody because we're trying to shop at all these markets around the world.
Now, Maza, we've had you on the show before.
Yeah.
Old set. You can see that we've upgraded, of course.
Yeah, no.
Naturally,
yeah,
oh my
no,
gosh, you've upgraded.
You've upgraded.
Behind you is the fashion corner.
Okay.
And you're a very fashionable guy.
Oh, thank
Let's
you.
talk about the fashion sense.
Yeah.
It's been going now. It's been consistent. You know, we thought you
It's
might
just-
fall
yeah,
off
I know.
at some point. You weren't falling off, dog. You weren't falling off.
No, but certain things just come naturally, you know.
Yeah.
It's not a phase. It's
Nah,
not
man.
a period.
All right.
You know, get like every day.
like
Every
every
day.
So
yeah.
you are slaying just
no,
like that.
I wake up every day and I just take mona. You know, I don't even plan it.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, guys.
Thank
What
you,
can we
guys.
expect
Thank
from
you.
you, Spoo?
Working on my album.
Yeah.
Been working on my album.
Yeah, we've been. Hey,
Been
sure.
working on my album. This
So he
guy
pushed his
here.
things first before yours.
Yeah.
Deal with him, yeah?
Yeah, and working on some new music for him as well. Some killer beats,
Yeah.
killer music coming along. So yeah, man.
You got
we
vocalists
push it.
right here. I mean, let's
Allah.
make it
We've
happen.
been trying to record. You don't even go.
We tried, yeah.
Well, we love it when you guys team up.
Thank you, guys,
Amazing work. Absolutely.
you.
Thank you so much for coming
Thank
through.
you guys so much.
Nina Lapa Makaya Sanbonani. Officially, hello. Welcome to it. It's the Sunday edition of Mzansi Insider right here on SABC 1
Yes.
Mzansi for sure. Siniphathele izinto ezibhaya.
Kuzoba mnandi namhlanje kanjani ukuthi yazini ne namhlanje ngikhuluma isiZulu. Welcome to it. Kiro risang ke tsamaya Kati ha fitla Gauteng mona ba ba mama tsba ka Katleho empa ha sentse re kena ho tsona #Mzansi Insider is who we are. Make sure that we trend and we keep connecting like we always do. Let's get this show up and rolling though.
This is my day. I'm done with my gym.
I try and avoid people with TB. That, for me, it's number one.
After solving for X,
Yes.
right? Then I would substitute the X in the equation to see if it's correct. I could never do that with biology.
Do you know that what you're saying now is already confusing? All right, so it is time for us to get into the heads of our insiders.
Ihlile transformation kapo yona phethoho is a journey on its own. Our perspective is more than just inspiring, it is also insightful.
Ihlile, if you want to share your story with us on our perspective segment, all you have to do is contact us, Mzansi Insider at bongwe.tv. But right now, it's time for us to check out this week's perspective. Have a look.
Ihlile.
Ihlile.
For years, entertainer and businessman Nkanyiso Bengu has suffered with his weight, which affected his health life, until he decided to do something about it. This is his perspective.
Mzansi Insider, this is Nkanyiso Bengu. I thank you for this opportunity, though, to give me the happy cam for me to record some stuff. I'm in my bedroom right now. Tomorrow morning, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wake up, do gym a little bit, and then show you what I eat during the day. So, you know, that's what I do, man. Thank you for having me. It's about time I change my life. I'm off to gym now. Let's go, Mzansi Insider. Have to lose this weight. I got to. Walk It Off with Kanyiso is a reality. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. So come, let's go. Right, this is where we're at. This is my complex, so this is where I'm gonna be training. I'm gonna be concentrating on my legs and just do the rest. Let's do this. Done with my gym. I'm going to go prepare my lunch. All right, Mzansi Insider, now I'm preparing lunch. Let's do this. All right, like I told you, Mzansi Insider, my lunch. As you can see, the yolk is only on one egg, the rest no yolk. This is my day. Kanyiso Bengu signing out on Mzansi Insider. Thank you for having me, guys. You are wonderful. Thank you for the happy cam. It's been fun. I love you. Keep watching the space. Maybe next year when you interview me, I'll be even smaller than this. Maybe I would have lost a human being. Sharp, sharp.
Oh my gosh. You're on an eating plan, aren't you?
No, I've been...
I have the plan. I don't know if I eat.
Oh, I can't even deal.
According to the plan. I've got one, but I don't know if I eat according to the plan. But we must do this thing. Let's make a bet.
Look, I'm saying Kanyiso is putting me on. If he can do it, so can I.
Let's make a bet.
What's this bet?
What's our deadline? So by the
No,
end...
I don't want deadlines because I don't want to disappoint. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, if he was serious about it, he would have made a decision. If you have a story that you need us to share, or you would rather share with us, and tell us what's on your mind and it's bothering you, or we have insiders here who can help us unpack some of these things. So send us your story to Mzansi Insider at bongwe.tv.
Absolutely. As we said, we have insiders to help you when we do come back. We head on straight to the office and find out CV. Is your CV in check? Only after the break. We'll be back.
So if, for example, you did all your subjects on higher grade, put it in there. If you did them on lower grade, rather don't.
Keep the channel locked on Mzansi Insider. You know what it is, Mzansi Insider.
Welkom terug allemaal. Dit is Mzansi Insider en ons is binne. Today we're going to CV. Ever when I CV how irinka wena, but I'm going to the CV that has lots and lots of pages and really doesn't do anything for them.
Absolutely. So we asked people to send through their CVs, Mzansi Insider, and trust me, still my CV up by my birth certificate stuck on them. So we decided to call in Mzansi Insider friend Upumi Masinga, who's an expert at CVs, to help us upgrade some of the CVs that we received. Simpiwe Ngwenya is also here with her CV that is going to be upgraded, although her look needs no upgrading. I'm just saying.
Hello, ladies. Hi.
Hello,
Welcome
hello.
to Mzansi Insider.
Thank you so much.
Simpiwe, I'm loving your jacket though.
Thank you so much.
Like 100%.
Oh yeah, well,
Like it needs to stand behind.
Pumi, sizotala ngawe sis wami, what exactly do you do?
Well, I am a recruitment specialist. I've been in the recruitment world for about 6-7 years. Recruitment means CVs, so that's what I do. I look at CVs all day, every day. And at this point, I was like, how can I help people? Because some of the CVs, as you said, they can be quite scary. You find all sorts of weird things. So the service that I offer is to help people actually fix their CVs. I upgrade CVs, CV doctor.
CV doctor, I like that
term.
So what are the CV do's? As a person who receives a lot, still not so good, what are the do's?
I always say people need to know that their CV is their selling skill. That's all a recruiter has. They've never met you, they don't know how wonderful you are. So this is your opportunity to market yourself to a person. So less is more, but don't also cut out important things. So if you don't have a lot of working experience, for example, emphasize more on your education background. If you've got a lot of working experience, cut out the little things like you holiday jobs that you did 10 years ago. So I always say for a person who doesn't have a lot of experience, focus more on then your holiday jobs, your education background, etc.
I've never thought of that.
So it is your selling skill. I always say I'm like I'm going out shopping. When I go shopping, what will I pick? The thing that attracts me the most. So make your CV attractive.
You know, the thing is, we've heard this so many times. A lot of us, we speak about CVs so many times. I remember being in class and hearing about CVs, but the truth is, it's something that's practical. So it's not even about how much knowledge you've accumulated. So, which is why we're going to move to you, Mrs. Swam.
Hello.
Do you work right now?
No, I'm not working at all.
So, usafuna umsebenzi?
Yeah, I'm looking for a job.
Tell me how much you understand about how your CV is supposed to be.
Well, one thing that I know is that you have to have like a lot of experience, because if there's nothing there, who's going to employ you? So for me, I just matriculated last year, so I don't have much to offer. So it's pretty hard for me to even, get a job just because I have nothing to offer. So.
What would you advise in that case? Because I mean, experience is important. It's a real reality that people do want to hire somebody with
experience is important for a position where they're looking for experience. So you do have places where they're looking for somebody who's a clean slate, who they'll mold into a certain role.
True.
So their experience is not needed. So if I have 10 applications and I'm looking for a junior administrator, I don't want anybody with experience. I want to train them. If I have 10 CVs, I'll probably look at the one that's got the best grammar, the best spelling, because it is a junior administrator role. So at that point in time, I'm not interested if you've got experience or not, but I just need the perfect person for the role. And how would I establish that? By the CVs that I receive.
You know, something just came to mind. One of the things that I think is a real problem is people don't proofread or edit their CVs. So you'll have all the right things, you'll have the experience, you'll have the qualifications, but then your spelling is a problem.
Absolutely.
Spelling, grammar. 1 minute it's uppercase, the next minute it's lowercase, it's in different colors, it's in different fonts, and that speaks volumes.
Well, without wasting any more time, Phumi, sicela ukubona i-CV yakho siswami. Sibone ukuthi ukhuluma iqiniso na. So there we go.
Let's check out your CV, Simpiwe. So you put it looks pretty standard. You've got the names, the surnames, nationalities, all the little things. For you, when you have a first glance at that, is this a good CV?
I must say it is quite impressive. Well done, Simpiwe.
Oh yeah.
Under personal details, what I'll tweak there is under contact number, you've got your number, great, but your phone drops, you lose your phone, no number, no alternative number.
Okay.
So put in an alternative number, your mom, your dad, somebody who's close to you who will be able to give you the message within an hour if possible. Overall, well done.
Well done.
Well done.
A plus.
A plus. The education background.
All right, under education, again, it's clear which section we're looking at. She's got her high school there. She's got what year she completed. Under subjects, I always say, as I said earlier on, it is a selling tool. So if, for example, you did all your subjects on higher grade, put it in there. If you did them on lower grade, rather don't. But this is your selling tool. So if you've got things that stood out in high school, you can put a section there as well that you were part of the SRC, you are part of this, you are part of that. This is something that we look at. Someone who doesn't have experience and I see that they were a prefect, it's like, oh great, they've got leadership abilities.
To what extent do you mention what you did in high school? Because you have people who are like Mrs. Spring 2015.
I saw that.
I'm there.
Oh, you
You know what I'm saying? So how important is adding even the other recreational things
Look,
that
if
you
it's
have?
if it's things that you're proud of, why not? And as I said earlier on, if you don't have a lot of working experience, those are things that could actually tell you. If you're somebody who was part of pageants, it means you're somebody who gets up and goes out for things that you want to do.
Absolutely.
You know? So if you want to put it in there, if it makes sense, put it in there.
All right. Yeah. So we have employment history here.
All right, employment history. Under position, I'd swap that around. The position was a sales assistant. It was a casual role, so rather put the casual part in brackets.
Okay.
All right. Period. December. That's fine. And then under duties, greeting customers who enter the shops. That's perfect. Take out your full stops there. You're making a list here. So I always say when you are quite junior and obviously you've got your principal, you've got your English teacher. After you're done with it, go to them, say, please check it for me, please proofread it for me. Sentence structure, I'm quite pedantic about sentence structure and grammar and everything. So at the top, like you write greeting customers who enter the shop, but at the bottom it's be involved in assisting control and management. Rather say managing, keep the sentence and the tense as well. So one part is one part is past,
Then
current.
yeah.
So make it all flow, let it be a story that actually flows. But overall, I like the fact that yes, you were there for a month, but you put in every little thing that you did. So well done for you.
All right.
Is you patient?
Now we have the summary of her accomplishment.
Okay, cool.
So yeah. On this page, as I said, if you're happy, if you're proud of your accomplishments, put them in there. Don't be afraid to sell yourself. Even if you need to do that, go for it. Under references, you've got the people there, you've got their contact numbers. I'm always, when I see a cell phone number, it's like, maybe it's your cousin, maybe it's your aunt. So put in a landline number, put in HR details for confirmation. So that is quite important as well. But overall, I must say, you did quite well.
Good.
Lovely.
Do you think that you've gotten something that can help you with your CV today?
Yes, maybe, because I've learned quite a few, how the sentence must be and everything, so I've learned quite a lot.
So you'll make those corrections,
Yeah, definitely.
But we want to get you on LinkedIn as well. I think that's another good step that you should be taking. But thank you so much for joining us, ladies. It's been fantastic.
fun
We hope we helped
having
you upgrade your CV, Love for Ekaya. Right now, it is time for us to take a quick break, right?
Is this an audition tape?
No, bad.
Struggling to walk for like 2 years before the diagnosis. I had sore joints. It was very, very difficult for me to get up and do things. Lupus, it's an autoimmune disease.
Keep the channel locked on Mzansi Insider. You know what it is, Mzansi Insider.
Welcome back to the show. Now, dealing with diseases is more than challenging. It's life-changing. And beating it every day is altogether an inspiring story.
4 years later on, Ponso Hlakwane has been living with lupus, a chronic autoimmune disease that can damage any part of the body from your skin, joints and or organs. It became a topic of discussion when award-winning musician Toni Braxton broke her silence about her condition. And Ponso Oteng le rona in studio. Look, guy. You
know me, I love a good slayer. So, Ponzo, I was just saying, you came to slay. You woke up early in the morning with intentions of slaying. And you did.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
So, Ponzo, lupus. What exactly is lupus?
Lupus, it's an autoimmune disease.
Okay.
Basically, what it means, your white cells cannot protect your body against other viruses.
Okay.
Instead, what it does, it attacks your body.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
So
the white cells themselves?
The white cells attack your vital organs.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
No, I understand.
So how did you find out that you had lupus?
I had been struggling to walk for like 2 years before the diagnosis, and I had sore joints. So it was very, very difficult for me to get up and do things.
What did you think it was?
I thought it was rheumatoid arthritis, actually.
Oh, wow.
Because it attacks joints. So that's what I thought at first.
Yeah. But you said for 2 years. 2 years,
Ke mameletse pain.
What was keeping you going in that time before you got your diagnosis?
You know, at home, Mama would tell me, hey, enwa this, mohlabelo, you know, and then I went to see a doctor friend of mine who said, I think it's rheumatoid. So let's put you on cortisone injections.
Okay.
So that would help and alleviate the pain. Until he said, no ways. I have to refer you to somebody else.
Do you think it would have been different if the minute you started feeling sick, you identified what the problem was? Do you think it would have been totally different for you?
I don't think so. Because if I had found out earlier, I don't think I would have be where I am today.
Why is that?
Because you know what, I went through so much pain in 2 years. So I had to psych myself and say, you know what, whatever it is, I'll have to accept.
I can handle it, yeah.
So that 2 years prepared me for the diagnosis.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ponso, what keeps, like you're saying, are you in pain most of the time or every day? Explain to me your daily, how do you feel?
Okay. Mostly in winter, especially in the morning, since you guys made me wake up so early. We tend to have sore joints. We lock in the morning. We lock, and it's a bit hard to wake up in the morning. That's why I'm not your 8 to 5 type of girl.
Okay.
My day starts at 9. But it starts at 9 right up until
Late.
midnight. Yeah.
Speaking of which, tell me some of the alterations you've had to make in your life based on the lupus.
So time is one of them.
Yeah.
That you
Yeah.
had to adjust that, yeah.
I
And
had to adjust to that and rest more. Because we suffer from a lot of fatigue. We get tired easily. And when that happens, we switch off.
yeah. And then hangata ha batho bana le some sort of illness, it's usually accompanied by dijo tse re di jang that are encouraged. Do you have like a special diet that you have? Oh, so just kambane le wena monate.
Ke ja gore.
Mala mogodu. Ha monate. Oh, I know.
Skambane.
Okay, quarter. I'll say a quarter.
Yes. So now, do you have to stay away from people with other sicknesses, or what is the deal?
I try and avoid people with TB.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That for me, it's number one. No go area.
Flu, can you
When
take
I
a
get
little-
flu, I have it for like a whole month. So
Wow.
Are you
Yeah.
serious?
Yeah.
Kwanzaa, you sound very secure. Like I can understand because you said the 2 years really helped you. You sound very strong. What keeps you going every day? Like you have to wake up and come to Mzansi Insider. What makes you keep waking up in the morning and doing what you do?
I have one life, and I have my son, and I make the best out of every day.
Yeah.
I love life. I love living. I love looking good, dressing up.
Yes.
So, yeah, I'm such a positive girl, you know.
Now, is lupus hereditary? Can you pass it on to your son? Or?
Some cases, some have said, in other cases, you might find your son to have the rheumatoid factor, which is accompanied with lupus. But I'm not really sure about that because no one in my family had it, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm the first.
You know, you going through this experience, what's your advice? Who about bahai ba shebeletseng? Ba ntse ba re ke di-joint, ba sa check-e, ba se sure hore what's going on, ba nang bo di rata, ba se dila. What's your word of advice for one?
You know what? I'll say go check. Just don't sit and say it's rheumatoid, arthritis, rheumatic. Just go check, because one of the signs is that you'll have what we call butterfly rashes. They're pinkish around your cheekbones, and you also have, I forgot what they call it. You know these scientific names. It's like cigarette burns on your fingers.
Cigarette burns?
Yeah.
It looks like cigarette
It
burns.
looks like cigarette burns.
So
yeah.
calluses on your fingers?
Yeah, so that's another way of actually spotting it.
What's your word of encouragement to those people who are living around people with lupus? What can we do to support you?
You know what I tend to see a lot is that people look at you from outside and they think, hi, man, Bonso all right, you know? Yeah. And this thing is actually eating you from the inside.
Yeah.
Be more understanding. You know, I'm not saying treat us like devices, but just try and I'm not in the mood and I pull the blanket. Just try and be understanding because you know, it's emotionally draining. Other people have it worse. I'm one of the luckiest. That I can even still wear my stilettos.
Yeah.
I have a friend who has it in Free State. She's on crutches.
Wow, because of her joints, like
Because
she
of
can't
the
even
joints,
walk
yeah. And
herself.
inflammation, yeah.
Wow.
Okay, cool.
Well, what an
Lebula
inspiring
holo
story,
wa, man.
absolutely.
Yeah, lebula holo re o tlile o tlo bua le rona. And not only just shared your story, but also just, you know, gave us insight on how we can help people and support
Absolutely.
people with lupus.
Absolutely.
And just to create awareness about the disease, yeah?
And slaying while you're doing it.
Come on,
Thank
now,
you so
somebody.
much. Well, right now it is time for us to play you some music because the good times need to roll, Baba. Check it out.
Well, issues around pregnancy, around conception, around childcare are unfortunately around women. I'm not feeding prejudice here, but unfortunately it's the reality.
Keep the channel locked on Mzansi Insider. You know what it is, Mzansi Insider.
When do you start thinking about family? Is it when you get married or when you decide to have sex? Do young people even think about it? Young people are getting pregnant kula malanga, and involved in more and more relationships. So maybe family planning is a good option to avoid unplanned pregnancy, because I mean, if you're conscious about the decisions you make, you might know when you want to have a child. Chilling with us right now is Dr. Nelly. Welcome to Mzansi Insider, brand new, all new everything.
Thank you, thank you. No, it's lovely, it's fresh, very
Absolutely.
fresh. Yeah, it's lovely
Let's
to be
talk
here.
about family planning. Exactly what is family planning?
I think maybe we should use the terminology contraception.
Okay.
Because it speaks directly to the prevention of pregnancy.
Absolutely.
The idea of family planning comes from that, you know, the fact that you want to control when you fall pregnant, so that you know how your family is structured. So I think the unfortunate thing is that the more we use the terminology family planning, people start thinking it's more about people who are married, who are already having families and things like that, but it's more about controlling when you get pregnant, essentially. And there are many products that are available in the country, both in the public and the private sector. The beautiful thing is that family planning is free in the public sector. So wherever you go in a public health facility, you are able to get family planning to your choice. And there are varied products. We have contraceptive pills, you know, where you can pop a pill on a daily basis.
All
It's usually preferable for people who are more responsible, you know,
Yeah,
who know that, because you need to
absolutely.
take the pill at the same time every day, you know, but there are injectables as well. There is an injection that we use every 2 months and an injection that you use every 3 months. So at least you don't have to worry about taking pills. So we tend to recommend that, especially for younger people. There's actually a device that has been introduced it's in the process of being introduced over the past couple of years. It's called Implanon. You put it, it's like a subcutaneous, it goes under your skin and it stays for years, you know, so it's very, very convenient. So, you know, there are a lot of advances there. So, you know, you don't want people staying out there, you know, falling pregnant in an unplanned way or getting worried about, you know, what is it, you know, that they should do. Of course, you know, the challenges are the fact that sometimes, you know, our clinics are notorious for having nurses who shout at kids and whatever, you know, the
It's
judgment,
not the most
especially,
comfortable space.
especially for the younger people.
Yeah.
But, you know, I still would encourage that go all out, you know. They don't have to judge you. You don't have to be judged. It is your right to get access to that kind of help and the
Dr. Nelly,
advice.
I would be correct in saying that family planning is more of a psychological contraceptive.
Well, it's the term that is not right.
All
You know,
right.
because now if you're saying psychological, I don't want people to get the impression that you think about it and then it happens in your body. Because you need to be more
Absolutely. You need to
responsible
take-
than that. Yeah.
All right, so Dr. Nyasi was sikhuluma contraceptives, ne? But it seems like all these examples that we're mentioning are for the ladies. So it almost seems like contraceptives are a woman's thing.
Well, not necessarily, not necessarily. We did mention, you know, the pill and the other devices, the injectables, but obviously there are still condoms to consider, and that is when the man comes in. Unfortunately, you know, when it comes to men, the other means is would be a vasectomy, and that is like permanent in a way, and you don't want to be, you know, considering that for young men.
Yeah, because that's a lifetime decision.
Yes.
So as far as contraceptives go for guys, it's condomizing.
Precisely.
And abstaining.
I think more importantly is support. Because you see, contraception happens within the context of a relationship.
Absolutely.
So support, making sure that, you know, your partner is on the contraception, that is comfortable for her and everything, not just coming and expecting, you know, the fun and the activity. So more importantly, support. And let's remember as well that we're not just looking at prevention of pregnancy, we want to prevent diseases as well, and that is where condoms come in.
There are people who use education as a form of contraceptives. I know bursaries have been rewarded to girls for abstaining and being virgins.
Well,
how do you feel about this one?
Oh man, you know, I think it was a nice cultural way of trying to encourage certain things, but the way in which it was interpreted, you know, end up being, you know, bad. And my question is, I mean, if you have received that bursary, and what if you fall pregnant after that? You know, so it is a bit controversial. So at the end of the day, just take care of your personal life, your physiology.
But
you
Dr.
know?
One thing is sure, here women are being rewarded for remaining virgins. This is still all on the girls' side.
Well, issues around pregnancy, around conception, around childcare are unfortunately around women. Who wakes up to breastfeed? it's a woman, you know. So the person whose life gets disrupted or changed or altered because of the pregnancy is predominantly the woman, you know. I'm not feeding prejudice here, but unfortunately it's the reality that women need to master.
I guess it is a factually based thing. Thank you so much for joining me. It's always a good time when you're around, you know what I'm saying?
It's always an honor. It's always an honor. Thank you.
Do remember now, Elapo Ekaya, if you do have a problem, relationship issues with your partner, mom, dad, siblings, money, hit us up right here on Mzansi Insider. That's Mzansi Insider at bongwe.tv, and we will set it off for you. Right now, it is time for us to head on over to an ad break. See you after this.
My dad always said, if you want to be comfortable in life, you've got to be the best in the world in what you do. So I thought, well, I can stop at masters, but then I wouldn't be the best in the world at that because there are people with doctorates.
Keep the channel locked on Mzansi Insider. You know what it is, Mzansi Insider.
Mzansi Insider. Our next guest is a sum of hard work and pure genius.
How many of you have diplomas or degrees, masters, or even better, PhDs? Today's power person puts the P in the power and P in PhD. Named as one of the most influential academia in Africa, Prof. Mamokgethi is not just a mastermind mathematician, but also an advocate for education and African excellence.
And she's here in the flesh. It's Professor Mamokgethi. Welcome to Mzansi Insider.
Thank you very much. I'm glad to be here.
First things first, you look amazing.
Like,
incredible.
Thank you.
Like Nubian beauty for days.
Yeah.
She's thanks to my designer.
Thank you.
Really?
She's good.
We'll talk about the fashion a bit later on. Let's get back to the academia. When did your educational journey start?
You mean from primary school?
From primary school, but that led you to your PhD?
Okay, well, I started school in 1972 under a tree in a rural village called Marapiani, and I started my PhD in 1998 at Wits University. So it's a journey basically from under a tree to the big buildings at Senate House.
Wow, that's absolutely
Take
amazing.
me through growing up. Did you always really love academics?
Well, I've always loved mathematics.
Oh, yeah?
Academia was an unthinkable. It wasn't something that we dreamed about or were told about. When we grew up, when you were asked what you want to be, there were few things that you could be. A teacher, police, nurse, doctor. And my parents did want me to be a doctor because they thought I was good at science and I'm the one in the family who could be a doctor. But I didn't like that. I liked mathematics, and I had at some stage that I won't do mathematics if I choose to do medicine. And so I didn't want to go to medical school. So I chose to go to university and study mathematics.
Wow, that needs focus. I mean, we're still solving for X right now. What kept you going?
I don't know nothing. I've been getting
I know you gotta solve for
my
X.
change.
You gotta
for
find
years.
X. What kept you going? What kept your focus? Because maths is not easy.
Well, neither is history.
Okay.
Nothing is easy. If you want to study anything to the highest level, nothing is easy. And so what kept me in mathematics was that it was the only thing I could figure out without much effort, actually. If I went into an exam writing mathematics, I could check before I leave the exam room whether my solutions are right or wrong. And I could never do that with history or biology.
Oh, wow.
You see, so for me it was easy because I could do a solution and then I could work it backwards to see whether it's correct or not. After solving for X, right, then I would substitute the X in the equation to see if it's correct.
Yeah.
And then I would get out of the exam room, tear apart the question paper and move on.
Because
I could never do that with biology. I could never do that with biology or
Do you know that what you're saying now is already confusing for me? Let's talk about the definition of a genius. How would you define a genius?
I don't believe geniuses are born. Geniuses are made. So you make yourself a genius. So people think I'm a genius, but I didn't grow up everyone thinking I'm a genius. I work hard. And so what you see is the results of the work hard, of the hard work, and you call that genius. But actually, what produces it is the hard work and the time I put in. So if you want to be a genius, you can make yourself a genius. Of course, there are tests that check your IQ and so on and so forth, and that's fine. But for me, that doesn't define what you become. If you want to be a genius, you can make yourself a genius, and I'm a good example of that.
Basically, just saying
I love the fact that
impossible,
you know that you are a genius.
Yes, certainly.
No. I know that I work hard to be
a genius.
Yes.
All right.
Now, point is you're a genius.
Can we just underline that one, that you are, whether it's through whatever, but you are. Let's talk about the effort and you could have stopped at your master's.
True.
That would have been something to celebrate. Why did you continue to get to the highest level?
mean, there's different reasons. I mean, I grew up in a family where my dad and my mom always preached excellence. My dad always said, if you want to be comfortable in life, you've got to be the best in the world in what you do. And he believed that university education is the way to go. So I thought, well, I can stop at masters, but then I wouldn't be the best in the world at that because there are people with doctorates. Okay, so I went on to do a doctorate. So there was that part that drove me to be the best in the world in what I do. But then I also had another push, and the other push was the questions that I was exploring in my research. I got interested in the relationship between mathematics and language, and how that plays out in a classroom where children learn mathematics in a language that's not their own. And that journey, that pursuit for that exploration of that question hadn't ended. And so I saw a PhD as an opportunity to pursue further this question.
Now you travel quite a bit.
Yep.
What does this do for you? Do you go out to the world to become a greater genius, or is it for leisure and to just explore?
It's for both. I mean, I travel for leisure. My husband and I do island trotting.
Oh yeah.
But I also get invited. I get invited all over the world.
What is island trotting?
We'll talk about that.
We'll talk about it. I was just clarifying if I'm the only person who doesn't know. Yes, so you island trot and?
But much of my travel is invitations. I get invited to speak at conferences and at universities, to be visiting professors. So I just came back from Canada at the University of Queen's University, where I was invited by the Canadian Mathematics Education Study Group to run a development program for their early career researchers in mathematics education, basically to teach them about publishing and writing and so on. Because I mean, people here think we are backward. We are the only one who need that. They don't know actually that people call us to also teach their young people about publishing. So that's and some of it is I get invited to talk about my research. Sometimes I get invited to work with people, like I was in Lebanon a few months ago in Beirut to talk to policymakers, academics and so on about developing a curricula, pre-service teacher education curricula for mathematics teachers in Lebanon. So sometimes I get invited for those kind of things.
So basically you don't go there just to talk about eggs, but you speak about how eggs can apply in everyday life.
Exactly.
Speaking about everyday life, you're slaying, that's how we say it, in terms of your clothing. So when I think of a mathematician, I think of somebody wearing glasses, wearing grey from head to toe.
Yes.
Where does this fashion element come through?
Well, I mean, I don't think about it as a fashion element. This is who I am. So I like to look good for me. And I'm very small. And I don't want to look like a teenager. So many years ago, I used to go buy clothes in the shops. But then if I'm wearing it, people think I'm 15 or whatever. And so I figured, I'm working at university, I'm a professor. I don't want people to think that I'm a first-year student and they want to take me for coffee, which used to happen quite a lot.
Oh, wow.
So then I thought I can still wear for my size, but things that are different that are for me. So I have two designers who do stuff for me. I tell them what to do.
Okay.
So
you're a designer.
Island trotting, designers.
Two.
A genius.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us on Mzansi Insider. I have no more edges left.
Okay. It's like, what are we doing with our lives?
They are scattered.
Hang out with us. I hope you're inspired. So if you're a mathematician, if you're a historian, whatever that it is that you're doing, try to go to the highest level.
Absolutely.
This is the highest level of presenting Mzansi Insider.
Come on, somebody.
I mean, come on. Hashtag City Girl.
I know, Bafetu, it's been a massive show. We brought you the realest breakfast you could have ever asked for. Rory.
Wow, what a show. It went by so quickly.
We can safely say it's been brang.
It's like this.
Thank you.
Like this.
Thank you for
from
that.
Prof
What was your
coming
favorite?
through. Yeah, Prof for me was a highlight.
All right.
I think she's an inspiration simply because maths is just one of those things that we all are scared of. Before you even start doing it, you're just like, yeah, maths. And she's just a perfect example about if you like focus on it, you can do it. And omotle, hooray.
Yes,
It's unfair, like
absolutely.
hooray.
Me, I love a good show with Miza. Like, every time Miza comes into the building, he sets it off. He came with that remote controller.
Like
we kicked it off with
cell
like
phone.
some gadget schooling out here. It's been absolutely fantastic.
Yep.
Yeva Fitch, ayipheleli lapho niyacaba ukuthi ngeviki elilandelayo siniphathele even more Mzansi Insider, right?
Fela jwalo. Ke rona ha ratswa bona bja na tsatsa lu bua the way ke leng sete ka teng ho ratsa ma ke sete wa tsa maga be keng e latelang ntse re le teng ka Saterdag le ka Sondag at 10 a.m. in the morning. A better place to be really, actually. So we'll see you as we say goodbye like that.
Oh yeah? Golo.
Yes.
Golo.
I'm gonna fall.
It's a Sunday.